This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
What's up, Sara? How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Always good to see you, brother. How you doing? Yeah.
Very good, sir.
How's all the success hanging? Come a
hanging in
little
there.
closer. Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving all this.
So I got to ask you. I believe you were a little kid on the sets of the first one, LoveAajKal.
Yeah,
Do you have
but
any
like-
memories? Do you have memories of that?
Honestly, it's very embarrassing to talk about it, but it was not actually on the set at all. I mean, it was on location. So I would go and eat some food around there, and I would spend most of my time in Deepika Padukone's makeup room playing with, different colors of lipstick. But now if I could go back there, I would so have liked to spend more time with Imtiaz and see how he was actually shooting the film. But back then it was all about food and makeup for me. So that was how I spent my time on location.
And you're not embarrassed about that, because I'll tell you what, there are points in my life when I've been thin, but in my head I'm still a fat person.
No, so am I.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So kindred souls.
Yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Kartik's just I totally don't get it.
Whatever.
Yeah, forget that.
This is just fabulous, dude. Double role. I mean, people reach their 80th film and then they get their first double role. And here you are banging it out. And this must be so special because of that. Or we come to other reasons. Yeah.
It is special. It is special. It's for the first time that I got the opportunity to work. Of course, with Imtiaz Ali sir, and I loved working with Sara, and apart from that, I for the first time, of course, I got to play, two characters in one film, which in itself is a challenge. And as an actor, you really, when you're passionate about acting, you love challenges, you love things like these, and to be. To have two characters and being directed by Imtiaz Ali sir on both the characters and actually living those characters while shooting and while filming the film, I mean, it's been a journey like no other, and I've really enjoyed playing Veer, or who's 2020's character, or playing Raghu, who was in 90s, and both the love stories and how they intersect and how they it's been an amazing journey. I just can't explain how I feel about it. I really feel sad that it's come to an end. I really feel sad about thinking about all the moments that we had and all the experiences that we shared. It's like a family, and it in its true form.
I was speaking to Imtiaz about this. I was having a heart-to-heart with him. And I said to him, because I'm such a dinosaur in the business, most actors end up doing their first interviews with me. And he'd remember that like it was yesterday.
Yes.
And most people are a little shy because it's their first time around you. And I told him, I said, I remember when you walked in with Sushant and then you walked in with Ranveer, you held your own. And I immediately went back to Aaryan, student of the year. And, she had walked in with Karan and the boys. And she held her own. And I said, Imtiaz, I think these two girls are wise beyond their years. And he said, it's wonderful that you would say that, But he said, it's not necessarily a great thing all the time.
It's not. It's probably
So everybody
not.
says Sara's smart, clever, wise, holds her own and this and that. But, you don't want people to think that you'd lose that innocence. And you like the goofy stuff.
See, I mean, goofiness is something that I don't think I'll be able to lose. But I think that having a overthinking brain does have its demerits. And I think I face them more often than I'm proud of. It's very often that I'm just like, just stop thinking, get out of your head. But it's a problem that I have, that I know.
So what have they told you? Is the Pilates with Amrita Purohit not working?
Of course it is. It's great.
You say breath control.
No, I
concentrate your
control
breath.
the breath and the posture and the body, mind and soul, and then I abuse caffeine 20 minutes later and we're back to square one all over again, and I'm just like a caffeinated mess. But no, I think that, it's fine, and it's sweet that you say that, and any kind of wisdom is always a good thing, but overthinking is not, and I suffer from that. I'm working on it.
Yeah, but most clever people go through that, and you're incredibly clever.
You
know
don't
that,
have to be necessarily clever in order to make it here. You just need to be good at it, which is what I need to work.
Oh.
Forget clever.
How's all the home food going, bro? I mean, it's wonderful, no? That to have mom and dad here and get that meal from home.
It is.
No?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better than that. I mean, I had been away. I've been away from my family since quite a few years, and this year itself, like 6 months back, to be honest, they finally shifted with me, and I got my own place, and they are with me now, and so it's a great feeling to have. And I mean, having mummy ke haath ka khana, ya phir after shoot going back to your house and to have your family. I mean, over there is something I always wanted to have, and I'm really, really happy that that's happening. So yeah, it's alright.
And to me, the original LoveAajKal was my second favorite Imtiaz Ali soundtrack ever after Rockstar. And this one is again, is on point. This is banging it out. I love the sound of the bean. I'm so glad that they've kept it. Yeah. You remember listening to the earlier album and loving that bean, and it's back again.
Yes. The whole
You are not galat about this. Can't say that now.
बिल्कुल गलत नहीं.
But you guys are enjoying that, you're enjoying listening to it, dancing to it, and this and that. What great music, man. That's what you want in a film, don't you?
I think that it's just been in every way a absolute privilege. I think that whether it's the music of Pritam Da, whether it's, Imtiaz sir, who's just a phenomenal director. I think because he's like such a, nurturing human being, that I think that makes him the kind of filmmaker that he is. And we've all seen Kartik's work. And I think that he is just phenomenal. So I think that, it's been like a huge, huge privilege for me to be able to be part of this.
To me, he confounds me, Imtiaz Ali. You can't eat a mountain. I was on highway. I was recording this audio documentary, behind the scenes stuff at highway. And I was traveling with them in Kashmir. And I was like, you can't eat a mountain of rice and look like that. It's just,
He eats a lot.
he eats a lot, dude.
There's another one that
I
eats like
also eat
2
a
mountains
lot.
of rice and looks very fit.
I could drink water and put on weight. It's just
I can inhale air and put on weight, so I don't want to have this conversation with anybody. Weight is not my topic to discuss right now. At all.
But listen, the new girl, Arushi, she's fabulous, man.
She's
The
really
image that
good.
we've
She's
seen
very
of
good.
her.
Yeah.
You enjoy you working those portions with her, the early part,
I really enjoyed working with her as well. Arushi again is someone who's I worked with her, so I realized that she doesn't come across as a newcomer. She comes across as if she does things where you don't know how to react. And she has that spontaneous knack to her. I enjoyed working with her. I really think that there was no better other actress or actor who could have done Leena's part other than Arushi.
And you must appreciate the fact that being a Gwalior boy yourself, the fact that she comes from Shimla, she's a small
comes
town
from
girl.
Shimla. Yeah.
There's a beautiful charm of hanging by and talking about small town experiences.
उसके साथ एक अपनापन आता है. There's a relatability factor with Arushi. In fact, when we used to have those conversations, there's this likability that she has. Even after in a scene also, if she's not speaking, she has that look in her eyes, and through that she's speaking a lot. And I think that is something which is commendable for an actor. And I really feel that she'll be the surprising element. And let's see, hoping fingers crossed that our work is also appreciated.
Of course it will be.
सिर्फ आरुषि का ही काम नहीं, ऐसा ना हो कि भैया
आरुषि लेके भाग जाए.
आ गई आरुषि और एकदम ही.
Oh God, that would be scary.
But to be honest with Sara also, अगर मैं बात करूँ हम लोग की, I really with her you need a co-actor who can just act and react. You need that thing from someone, and with Sara there's always a reaction, there's always something happening, and she's also spontaneous, so things like you can actually go on in a scene without thinking कि अरे यार अभी stop करना पड़ जाएगा, so it's something which is really good. So I
It was
really
a lot
feel-
of fun. I remember him doing different things in each take. And I was like, apart from the fact that like it's all different, so I don't know what's going to stay eventually. It's very exciting for me because I'm so new at the job that, acting is reacting, like he said. So he would come and he would do something different, and then he would do something very different, and then he would do something totally different. Something that Imtiaz sir and me spoke about once. One day he wasn't on set, and Imtiaz sir was like, I hope you know that Kartik is a very, very helpful co-actor. And he has really given you like different things, and I think that he has really helped you in your performance. And I said that I know that. I really do know that, so thank you.
So, do you, no disrespect to Alaya, I don't know how Pooja calls her daughter, but aren't you getting offered stuff as a father-daughter duo, Saif Ali Khan yourself?
I'm sure that there will be, hopefully, I would love to work with my father. I think that
I was just thinking,
so
you'd be so
talented.
cool, right?
It would.
Yeah.
It totally would. He's, apart from the fact that he's my father and I love him very much, I think that he's also such a talented actor that I think it would be so much fun to actually work with him. You know, we only like majorly bond over like history and culture and traveling in museums. It would be a lot of fun to do some, you know, shooting ki chai and, you know, shooting.
Do
So it would be
you
great.
match each other one-liner for one-liner? Because he's really clever as far as
I
that
take
is
about
concerned.
3 lines to match up to his 1 line, but that's more than the paragraphs that some people would take. So 3 lines is okay for me.
I'm a big Huda
See, like
fan.
that with
Did
3
you-
lines.
I'm a big Huda fan, and
Yeah,
you know.
very
So,
nice about
are you? Do you guys have enough scenes with Huda?
We do,
Really?
but,
Yeah.
but right now
You're not
This
supposed
was
to talk about
supposed
it.
to be a secret.
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
okay, okay. Got it,
This was
got it,
supposed
got
to
it,
be
got
a
it, got
secret.
it.
And it's
If that's the way it is, we don't want any
yeah,
spoilers, so we're not even going to
yeah,
get there.
Yeah.
So the Arushi thing was fine. You're saying because
That is
she's-
fine. That is
She's in the
already
trailer.
out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's
We have
lots of other
many
stuff to-
surprises in our film, and you will see them and learn.
I'm Love Sara Brigade. Yeah, I'm Love Sara Brigade. So I'm asking this out of concern and nothing else. You know, the stuff about the memes being made of you making funny faces.
Yeah.
It's not disturbing you. It's over and out of your system.
Now
yeah?
it is. Now it is. I can't pretend like it didn't get to me at all. I'm a human being. And, you know, I'll be honest with you. I think that if somebody comments on the way that I look or somebody comments on the way that I dress, I'm above it because I've always been. But I'm so new at this job and it means so much to me, and I'm so privileged to be here that if somebody says even the smallest thing off about that, it can get to me, you know, and it can take me aback. But I think that's part and parcel of the job, and there are ups and downs to everything. Having said that, it's taken me a little bit. I'm also a bit of an overreactor, you know. I tend to get like really hyper. So it's taken me a little bit of perspective and a little bit of time to see that there's also, touchwood, a lot of positivity around the trailer. There's a lot of positivity around our songs. There's been a lot of appreciation also. I'm the kind of person that you can say 500 nice things to me and one bad thing, and I'll be like, लेकिन इसने ऐसे क्यों कहा? वो सब सही है, but ऐसे क्यों
You're a
कहा?
perfectionist.
You know?
You're what they
No,
call a
not a
perfectionist.
perfectionist, but I'm an aspiring idealist. You know, so I just want to be the best.
So when
version
you
of
when you
myself.
freak out, who do you call? Like when you overreact like
My
this?
mother.
Your mother.
My mother.
And then she calms you down and says, "It's all
No,
good."
she makes me more hyper, and then we are both very hyper, and we're both like, "Ha, that was all good, लेकिन ऐसे क्यों है?" And I'm like, "हाँ माँ, ऐसे क्यों है?" And she's like, "Yeah, that shouldn't have happened." And like, yeah, somebody that I shouldn't say, but once somebody said that me and my mother together are like two people in a panic room. And I remember my mother getting a little offended at that, and so was I. And then, like 5 minutes later, we were really humored because it is kind of true. It's like Amrita Singh and Sara
Nothing better than
in a panic
laughter to
room.
get everything done. Nothing better than laughter. And you obviously had to shoot two different timelines because you're playing a school student. And what
No,
is
it's not just a school student. So these two journeys are different actually. So there are two different timelines. I mean, with Veer Zoe journey and with Raghu Leena story, which is in the 90s. Specifically with Raghu Leena, there's a time frame which is different from Veer Zoe's story. So it's spaced out in some years
Over the years.
over the years, you know. So it's not just the schoolboy thing. It goes on to from him becoming a boy to a man to a so you know, it's a journey of a guy, and his love story starts from his school days. So I had to actually lose a lot of weight for one.
Well done. You're
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean, so thank you. So that was
The
one
only
time.
time you see Kartik Aaryan on a diet,
On a
and you were like,
diet.
yeah, now you know how I feel on a daily basis. Eat those eggs.
I was so irritated. I really felt how how Sara would feel every day.
I'm not irritated,
I'm
Shala. What are you
always
saying?
irritated.
We can all
that's
read
why
between your lines. I'm not irritated all the time, Kartik. Be quiet.
तभी मैं सोचूं ये
No,
ऐसे
what
क्यों
is your
रहती है?
QSQ? What is your QSQT moment? Like, you know, that your character has a QSQT. When you were
Full
growing
on,
up,
full on.
when you were growing up, who was your Amir Khan and your QSQT? Was he Shah Rukh for you?
Shah Rukh sir,
Yeah.
of course.
Shah Rukh was his Amir. He's getting into
no,
trouble,
no,
huh?
Shah Rukh
He's
sir-
getting into trouble.
No, I didn't say anything.
I think you did.
No, but they love each other. It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so-
cool. Yeah.
But I've always been a fan of Shah Rukh sir, and I think somewhere down the line I relate to him with the kind of journey that he has had, and so I think during my growing up years, I really related to his journey. I really looked up to him. Yeah, but in the film, of course, he's a 90s kid who's a fan of films which were in 90s, QSQT या फिर सलमान सर या फिर शाहरुख सर, वो सबका fan है. And he's a melodramatic guy who would just be the center of attraction in a room, but जब वो बोलने की बारी आती है जिससे प्यार करता है उनके सामने he's like a Bhigi Billi.
Tongue tied.
Tongue-tied.
My last question is revolving around Valentine's Day. We're doing something called Love Yourself this Valentine's. What is your love yourself thing? Like, for example, some people give themselves a spa treatment. Some people just have a great meal. How do you love yourself when you've had a tough day? I mean, how do you pamper yourself? I know you're doing interviews till 3 a.m. You're back in the morning.
Not getting
So how
time
would you
to
pamper? But normally, how would you?
Forgotten how to pamper. But, how do you pamper, Sara?
It's really not pampering, but I think love yourself for me. I think 1 hour on the treadmill every day is how I love myself. I feel good.
Yeah.
I think mentally I look good, hopefully. And that's what it is. I think that it just gets the hormones and, everything in order and you feel much better.
Sweet.
Workout is important. Health is great.
Yours?
Love yourself for me would be dancing. I think I enjoy dancing. I love dancing. So I think somewhere down the line when I dance, I forget, because I'm an overthinker. I keep thinking. I think that's one time
Really?
I stop. Though ज़्यादा सोचने वाले लोग.
I like these cryptic
Sitting in the same room.
exchanges.
Like, okay then.
So that's something which would be love yourself kind of a thing.
Kind of lose yourself at the same
Lose
time.
yourself. Or maybe riding a bike as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You take care of yourself, okay? And I'll see you at the next film. Yeah.
See you.